So, I've been uploading Call of Duty mobile videos for over an entire year now. And there's one genre of COD mobile videos that I really enjoy making, and that's giving you guys tips and tricks in order to better yourself inside of the game. Because often after you guys do them, come back to the video, put a comment in saying how it helped you, and I enjoy reading those comments the most. So today, I'm gonna tell you guys why you always die and how you can go around fixing dying so much. If you don't know what a death is, allow me to show you an example. That wasn't enough? How about this example?
My self-res.
How? How? Oh, they weren't enough? Let's get this example in.
It's just so much VFX on my screen, man.
All right, you get my point. Dr. Disrespect sucks. Subscribe here if you want to get some good tips inside of first-person shooter games. And to all the newcomers that came from this whole beef, hope you're having a great life. Subscribe as well and enjoy the tips. Let's go. So straight off the bat, we've got a very serious topic to discuss. And this is a continuous issue throughout noobs, average players, and casual players. They don't understand crosshair placement. And when I get into this, it's gonna seem like it doesn't really matter. But you've got to remember that every millisecond counts. That's why we have our ping at the top right of our screens in every single game, so that you can see how disconnected you are from the server and the other players. So crosshair placement is a term used to describe where you put your crosshair while you're running, walking, or looking around the map. Most players, when they're new to shooter games or first-person shooter games, point it down so they have more visibility over the area where they think the enemies will come from. In principle, this seems like a really good tactic. Put your gun down, give yourself more vision in order to see enemies quicker and react faster. Well, you would think that, but I'm here to tell you that that's actually wrong. And if you watch any competitive esports event, you'll be able to see why. For example, in CSGO, they pre-aim everything. They walk around the map, holding angles exactly where they think an enemy is gonna come from. In Call of Duty esports events, they will pre-scope into their gun while jumping around corners in order to have an accurate shot at where they think the opposing player is coming from. Sure, it might obstruct your screen a little bit, but it damn well sure will give you faster reaction time to kill an enemy and severely lower your milliseconds to transfer where you're aiming to the target. I mean, just look at this clip of me running down raid as a practice run with my aim down on the ground or significantly lower than where it should be. As soon as I spot my other account on the head glitch, it takes me far longer to aim up and shoot him than what it would if I already had my aim placed around the center of the screen. Also, the longer distance that you travel with your aim, the more inaccurate you will become, especially on mobile devices. So you want to be as close to the target as possible before you even aim down your scope or sight to make it far easier for you to guarantee that juicy, spicy kill. I like to place my crosshair around neck to head height of any particular area that I am looking at. I promise you, once you get this in your subconscious mind, you won't even need to think about it and it will happen naturally. Just take a couple of weeks to do it and you'll thank me later. Trust me. Up next, we have mobility. The ability to stay mobile. You guys are mobile gamers, so you should already understand this term, but I'll explain it if you don't. It means moving around a lot. You should never be standing still in a game of Call of Duty, because more often than not, there will be enemies flanking around behind you in order to kill you at any given moment. For example, look at this clip from that red guy that we were talking about on Warzone.
Oh God, man.
You see how he didn't have his back covered and he was standing still? That's an automatic death. Now here's the same situation but in high rise in Call of Duty Mobile. You see the way I was standing very close towards a door to make sure the person I was looking at wouldn't be able to see me well? Of course, it'll make you feel more protected that that particular angle can't see you that well. But what about behind you to the right, behind you to the left? Those are two angles that are completely exposed. So as you're not mobile, standing still, you're an easy target to pick off instantly quickly. And with all of these guns killing so fast now, faster than they've ever killed before, you're pretty much a hopeless case and you're gonna die every single time. So once you've cleared an area, it's important to keep moving, just like you should in life. Life's simple. You make decisions and don't look back unless you hear an enemy covering your tracks.
Nice rhymes, man.
It's important also to stay mobile while you're capturing flags. You can see this on the high-rise map as well. If you're ever on a B, C, or A flag, run around as much as possible, covering the angles that you think the enemies are going to come from and gaining as much knowledge as possible about where they actually are on the map. This will allow you to predict where they're going to come from in order to kill them faster, making winning gunfights and not dying better. All in all, don't stand still at all in this game. There's a reason that you can auto run inside of Call of Duty Mobile and all other Call of Duties. Stay fast, don't finish last. Now, the last tip that I'm going to give you in order to not die and help you guys survive is arguably one of the most important inside of any game, but especially Call of Duty Mobile, because COD maps are based on a 3-lane structure, meaning that there's a right lane, a left lane, and a middle lane in the majority of maps. Of course, there are some outliers in bigger maps. For the most part, there is 3 main lanes, and everything else is to connect to those lanes. So for example, on Nuketown, when you spawn at the yellow house, there's right, there's left, and the middle lane is garage to garage. So from the yellow garage, the whole way up through the cutout in the truck over to the blue turquoise greeny garage. You'll often find that the right side is far more populated as it has the B flag. More often than not, any side that has the B flag will be the most populated side. For example, in high rise, once you capture A and C, that whole middle that you can see down is the middle lane. Either sides are left and right. However, the side that contains B underneath the helipad is by far the highest traffic area. If you want to get a lot of kills, you hang around that B flag. But if you're going for nukes, I want you to take your skills to the opposite side of the map, which is the crane side. Run up there or down there and flank the enemies from behind. Because being in high traffic areas for a long period of time exponentially puts up your chances to die, as there's many different places that you can get shot from, as I showed you in the mobility clip before. This 3-lane structure, like I said, is applicable to the majority of maps. So here's Standoff, for example. You've got back alley, you've got the tractor side of the map, and you've got the middle where B flag is. Middle is always populated with people trying to hop on that flag. The back alley side of the map is only used when players are trying to flank around and capture A or C, and it's the same with the tractor side. In many of my nuke streaks on Standoff, I like to go around back alley because in my opinion, it's the least populated area, meaning that I won't die as much and I'll survive longer. So whenever you're on a game of Call of Duty Mobile, keep this in mind. If you're trying to survive and not die, use the 2 outer lanes instead of the lane that will have B on it, unless it's a map like High Rise or Crossfire where the B flag happens to be situated on one of the lanes. That being said, live your life with purpose. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe and let's roll the outro. Bye!